Hello folks, coming up next is something interesting. What is a truth you don't like accepting about yourself? I either think too high of myself or not enough of myself. There is no in between. Are you me? One do both at the same time. I am the world's most amazing piece of crap. Haha, my motto from now on. I'm lazy and have no discipline. This is mine. If I have no structure, I just don't get anything done. I've had jobs with little to no supervision along with being 100% commission. I always failed. But if I have a job that I have scheduled tasks that must be met, I crush it. Same. For me it's due to ADHD. I can naturally be mean if I don't think carefully before I speak. The fact that you are aware of this makes you so much better than a lot of other people who will go around and be mean without even realizing what they're doing. Recognition is the first step to improvement, and the fact that you're willing to improve makes you a better person. Go you. This is literally my cousin. He thinks it's funny to confront people with their insecurities and making bad jokes about them. I'm constantly plagued with the idea of fearing failure, but I am then constantly being lazy and then panic when I see others moving ahead. Holy poop, you are me. I graduated with my business degree last fall but have yet to leave my full-time grocery store job because I'm good at it and it pays the bills. I'm so afraid I'm going to suck it and fail any new job I get and then lose my stable source of income, so I just keep putting off applying. I've been using the pandemic as an excuse, but in reality it's my anxiety about failure. Meanwhile, all my friends are making good money and real jobs while I'm still stuck as a wage slave making $13 an hour. I'm paralyzed with indecision and feel like I keep making panic moves. I understand. Do you have any other tendencies towards anxiety? Honestly, I hadn't thought of it as anxiety. I do get stressed at times in social situations, but I have worked high-pressure jobs and been fine. I don't treat my body well and I have a lot of crutches that will impact me later in life. Alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, sedentary lifestyle and pornography. You? What are you, the FBI? But yeah, pretty much. Subtract porn, add some other silly weekend stuff. I can get emotional over stupid things. I try not to and I recognize it happening but feel out of control over it. In my experience, when I get emotional over things that seem trivial, it's because they are standing in for much bigger things. They're like the understudies for the real issues. This is what I try and do when I find myself being like that, upset because that person didn't say you're welcome fast enough when I said thank you. Nah, you're not upset about that. You're upset because you feel like you did the right thing and weren't acknowledged. You don't like feeling unacknowledged because it makes you feel ignored. You don't like ignored because it makes you feel like you don't matter. And you hate feeling like you don't matter, because all the traumatic poop you've pushed through in life, a lot of it has been done to you by people showing you through their actions, abuse that you don't matter and what you want or say is irrelevant. Does that make sense? These feelings may be triggered by something that seems really trivial, but a lot of the time if you dig down asking yourself why does that matter, you find some core truths. And peace as well. I am not special or more talented than anyone else, I am literally more or less average. I guess it's not bad, I don't hate it, but doesn't mean I like it. That's at least 3 billion of us, I guess. And we all run Java. I'm not funny. Can you make yourself laugh though? Yes, but I laugh too hard and only at my own jokes. My fear of being judged in a situation suppresses my genuine thoughts about things, and it can make me awkward, unfunny or seem like I'm trying way too hard. It's like all social interactions have some sort of performative aspect to them, and that thought is constantly broadcasted on some primal level of my consciousness. It causes me to cringe at myself before I even do anything. This typically occurs when I'm around anyone I'm uncomfortable with, and if I do forget about it, and something suddenly happens to draw my attention back to the meta of a given social situation, the feeling tends to double down. I'm not even antisocial, which makes it worse because I genuinely like being around people, but it sabotages a large amount of interactions for me and makes it hard to make friends. I doubt my solid opinions and beliefs when other people challenge them. I worded this wrong. I didn't mean opinions, I basically meant things that are obviously right. Like my example down below. Especially here on Reddit. When you get down votes on something you truly believe, it's hard to know if you're wrong or they're wrong. I am a very overbearing person. I don't trust many people, I don't even like many people, but the few I do like, I find it very difficult to not try and involve myself in every part of their life, and get upset when they don't like that. I like to tell myself, and them, that it's because I care, and want the best for them, and for them to be happy, but I do understand how overbearing and annoying that can get. Hi, you sound a lot like someone I love deeply. She grew up with a judgmental narcissist mother, and as a result has a very anxious attachment style. It can present very much like you describe. It's so good that you are seeing these things in yourself, and recognizing that it's pushing friends away. Just from my experience, I would recommend studying codependency. Once you understand why you are doing things, you can begin to make different choices that may result in more fulfilling relationships. It's not my fault that I had a terrible life, but it's the only one I will ever have, and I often struggle to come to terms with the fact that I'll never get to say I had a healthy childhood, teenage years and early adulthood. I ended up being very damn effed up, and I envy the people who had it good or at least decent. I'm fine now, but I lost it on things you go through just as a kid, and it's hard on me. Disabilities. Too high functioning for any government assistance, aids, and too disabled for big corporates. I'm a full-time senior software engineer. The fact that I can do this is the only reason why I'm not homeless or on government assistance. One day, I won't be able to keep doing it. And if my concussion problems don't get better, that might even be this year. Anyhow, try small companies where they can be flexible. It can help, /odd. I'm below average intelligence. Everyone likes to think they're so smart because they can see inside their brains and see, with no interference, all their great and original ideas and thoughts. And I still think smart things sometimes. But in general, the majority of people I meet are substantially smarter than me. Not in terms of volume of knowledge, or learned skills, just in that they are better at thinking through things logically, better at problem solving, and more reasonable. It's humbling. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.